For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone as we talk Wildcat soccer as another season is upon us. We've got the head coach, Casey Wilson. We'll start with senior midfielder Sarah Schoch. Sarah, hard to believe, senior, right? It got here fast, didn't it?
It did get here very quickly. Whenever I was a freshman, all the seniors told me they would come by quick, but of course I didn't believe them, and now I can't believe that this is my last season and have 2 more months left. So it's gonna be quick.
And it starts with a couple of really good opponents. You guys get Tulsa on Friday up there, and then you're home against UT El Paso. I mean, you're diving in head first, aren't you?
Yes. After our scrimmage yesterday, we're basically hitting the ground running, going against Tulsa and UTEP, and I know that all of us are very excited to get to play UTEP again, coming off of a tie with them last year, and so we're just ready to come out and make a really big start this season. So
you guys have a veteran group. You've got 6 seniors. You're one of those, and senior starters in the middle of the field. And I know there's a sense of pride and leadership that you and the other seniors are feeling, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. Katie and Taylor and Madison and Tiffany and Emily and all of us, we were just really excited to get to kind of step into those leadership roles of all the girls from last year and kind of get to do stuff with all of the girls through team bonding and just getting to know everybody and just be leaders on and off the field. It's been a really awesome start to the season so far. So
how cool is it to know that you and the soccer team gets to start this new season of athletics for ACU?
It is very exciting. Just being our second year in the Southland and being some of the seniors that are leading some of the team into that is a very exciting, very new thing for us. So we're just very fortunate to be in it.
You guys had a crazy winning percentage, like 72% last year. You were 13-5-1. It was the first season in Division I. I know you had high goals, but was there ever a time where you thought, wow, this is really going well for us? Because you don't exactly know what you're going to face in D1, right?
Oh, yeah. Coming in and having a winning season, our first season in Division I, I'm sure caught a lot of people off guard. And so we kind of came in as the underdogs. And the Lone Star Conference was a very good D2 conference, and it got us very prepared for the Southland. And so just coming in and having a winning season, at times we were like, wow, like we really are doing good, but it just kind of kept motivating us to kind of keep doing better. And coming off of a winning season from last year, we want to just take that and run with it and see how well we can do this year and see if we can even do better than we did last year. So
finished 4th in the Southland last year. Let's talk to your head coach here. Coach, what's it like for a head coach to have a group of people you trust patrolling the middle of the field?
No, it definitely makes a difference. You know, you're definitely at ease when you have a group out there that you know what they can do and you know how they're going to perform, and then basically set an example for the young girls.
Anyone who's driven past Ambler and Campus Court can tell that you guys have been displaced. In fact, when we spoke with you in the spring after you had some practices, we weren't exactly sure at that point where you'd be playing. You guys will be playing home games at Shotwell, 1 game at Hardin-Simmons, just down Ambler Avenue. Which is a little weird, I guess, especially for seniors playing in a different place. But there's also the issue of playing on turf. Has that been an adjustment for your team?
Yeah, I mean, we played in, I think, 1 turf game last year. You know, the turf at Action and Shotwell are relatively new, so it's a little bit softer than it would be if it was about 8 and 10 years old, a little more, worn down. So the ball does have a kind of a natural drag on it. Kind of like yesterday when we played at Angelo State, the grass was a little longer there, and the ball drug a little bit. So it was, in a way, to me, it was a little similar the way the ball was moving across the field. So it really, like for that case, it wasn't that much of a difference.
You had a scrimmage against Angelo State, one of your former opponents in the Lone Star Conference, on Tuesday night. What did you see from your team that you liked, and what jumped out that maybe needs to be tweaked before you go into Tulsa Friday?
Well, I mean, we did a lot of good things last night. We tried to also get a chance to see more of our players, most everybody on the team play. So therefore, so that way we could get a look and evaluate them on film before we move in, because sometimes when we get into the thick of it, not everybody gets to play, but we also wanted to see how everyone did, at that point, and so we can see what, if we do need to play somebody else, off the bench, then we need to know kind of gauge where they were last night.
Well, among the people you said goodbye to after last year was none other than the greatest goal scorer in program history. One of the best players to play in Division II the last 10 years, Andrea Carpenter. I would imagine that you're not thinking in terms of how do we replace Andrea with one player. What is the approach as you think about this era AC after Andrea, AA, or whatever you want to call it?
We just have to find different avenues. Andrea. If she wasn't scoring last year, she was someone that they were keying in on. Giving us other opportunities to score. It's just mainly just like we had been doing with her the last number of years, just trying to be diverse in our attack, and and not trying to just shove a round peg into a square hole. We need to be able to attack and use different advantages the best way we can. And we have some players that can shoot from the perimeter pretty well, and as well as a couple, some freshman additions, and and some, Natalie Throneberry coming back up top, of a lot of players that can shoot inside the 18 well. So I think we're, we have the ability to score. But it's just mainly just being more patient and not trying to, to look for that burner that we've had in the past, that maybe to create that breakaway.
Last year, going into the season, didn't know what you'd have in terms of goalkeepers, and wow, you found a couple of terrific ones in Kelsey Dombrowski and Sydney Newton, right?
Yes, they're doing a good job, and like I said, we expect them to push each other and hold each other accountable. But like I said, they're for sophomores, they're very mature in how they go about business. So we're excited about them.
Last thing, 8th season as head coach. You're the only head coach this program has ever known. As you look back on the previous 7 seasons, what would you want people to say about your program? If nothing else, we did this.
I felt like we kept getting better every year. I definitely felt that the level of play increased from year to year, and also too, we do like to pride our program on and having quality people play for us. We want to make sure that they fit what we're trying to do here, and as well as being quality athletes. So that's one thing that I definitely am proud of.
It gets started this weekend. ACU goes to Tulsa for the season opener on Friday, and then at home at Shotwell Stadium on Sunday at 1:30, taking on Texas El Paso. That's a game that you can watch right here on ACUsports.com. For Sarah Schoch and for Coach Casey Wilson, I'm Grant Boone.